Okay, we just finished the last video. Just did a set of box squats. Forgive me, I'm out of breath. All right, the December meet, Dirty South. I wasn't comfortable that I'd done the work to be where I wanted to be. But I still didn't feel bad because I thought that I could push some more weight than I had in the first meet, especially in the squat and also in the bench press. The deadlift number at 430, I was actually kind of pleased with that. That was more than I thought I was going to be able to get. So I was afraid I was going to miss that record in that first tournament meet. That I'd gotten it had pleased me. So we go into the tournament, Christmas time. Laura's with me. We go up there, weigh in, no issues. We're in the hotel room. Everything's good, and getting ready to go to bed. And I've got a rescue inhaler. I've had some upper bronchial issues during the months in between the two meets, and I thought, I'll just use my inhaler. I'll take some nasal spray, go to bed early. Everything will work out great. So we go into the same hotel we used last time. We're in our hotel room and turn off the lights at 8:30, 9 o'clock because I hadn't slept much the night before. And I'm tired and I cannot fall asleep. I try to fall asleep, and I try to fall asleep, and I try to fall asleep. People are coming and going. They're talking in the halls. Everything in the world is waking me up. Long story short, I don't fall asleep until 5:30 in the morning. I laid there and I tossed and I turned and I turned and I tossed, and I could not fall asleep. What I've learned since then is that albuterol, which is what's in my rescue inhaler, will not let you fall asleep. Had to get up at 7 to go eat breakfast so that I'd be ready for the day. And I was exhausted. Got up, had breakfast, Chick-fil-A, ate maybe 2 bites. I was sick to my stomach. I didn't feel good. Not because I was sick, but the caffeine from the drink, I don't know. I did not feel well. So I ate a granola bar and a couple of the hash browns and the top off of one chicken mini. That was my breakfast. And this meet was another big meet. There was over 70 people registered for it. I don't think that many showed up, but four flights. I was in D flight again, and I had set my openers up so that I had to set a state record, break my own records to continue. So first flight, I stepped out there and I did 350 on the squats. The old record was 330, so we set a record there. Second attempt, I missed it. Didn't get low enough. Okay, I didn't raise the weight. I went back out there and did 370. On the third attempt, it was pretty easy. But I noticed that I was tired on that third set. So we've got 40 pounds into the old records. I'm happy with that. We go out for the bench press a couple hours later and start at 275. The old record was 270. I got 275 pretty easy. I mean, frankly, it was a piece of cake. I've been lifting over 300 pounds in practice. I'd done 286 4 times. 275 should be easy for me. I was just trying to set the record and get an opener in there. Did that. Next attempt was 293, and then I was going to try to get 305. Well, on the 292-pound attempt, I got about 3/4 of the way up, And on both sides of my lower back, something went and just released and hurt like hell. And it scared me. It scared me bad. It hurt. It was sharp. I pulled a muscle, both sides. Or at the very least, they spasmed. And I said, help, help, take it, take it. And of course, the spotters were right there. I've already said in the past how good the folks that Steve Goggins put together are. They helped me put the weight back on the rack. I'd already raised the record by 5 whole pounds. So I said, okay, I'm not doing bench press anymore. But I've only put 45 pounds into my old records, and I was thinking at a minimum I wanted to put 100 pounds on them, which would have been 1130. Well, I didn't think that was going to happen now because I'd given up so much on the squat by missing my second squat. I think I'd have gotten my 390 on squat, and by missing the top 2 on my bench press. So I'm laying there in the floor, and the heroine, my wife, comes in and is rubbing Biofreeze into my back. I'm wondering, what in the world are you going to do? Because there's no way that I'm just going to walk out of there. So I told Laura what I was going to do was just go out and lift 100 kilograms, 220 pounds for my deadlift, and be done, because that preserves the other 2 records. No, it doesn't increase the total amount at all, but I've raised the records a little bit. And when I told her that, when she walked out of the room, that's exactly what I had in mind of doing. However, one of the guys that was sitting next to me, a Marine, had hurt his arm, and he'd gone and changed his opener. And I thought, well, I can change my opener too. So I went and I thought about that. And while I was thinking about changing the opener to 220 pounds, I thought, it'd be a shame to not get all 4 records again. So I did go, and I told him I'm going to lower it to 100 kilograms for my opener. And for my second round, I said 205, which is 452 pounds, and which is 21 pounds more than the current state record. And as I was sitting in the back thinking, I thought, I need to get over 1,100 pounds. And so by pulling 452, it puts me right at 500 kilograms for the meet, which is 102.5 pounds. So I was like, 1,102.5 pounds. So that's what I decided I was going to do. So I knew my back was hurt, and I went out there and I did the 100 kilogram pull. And I'd been practicing in the back, locking my lats back, locking my shoulders back, going low enough to grab the bar without looking at it. I'm putting my shins against the bar so I don't have to look at it, so that I never have to bend my back, and it takes the pressure off of my lower back. So to make a long story short, I went out, I grabbed the bar, and I pulled it. And it came up pretty good. I was actually quite surprised. I pulled 453, and on another day, I'm not scared. I think I could have done more. But I had psyched myself up for 90 minutes, telling myself that no matter how bad it hurt, I was going to pull the weight. And I walked out there with a mission, and we made it happen. So I ended up setting all 4 records a little bit higher. I didn't get as much as I wanted. Put 71 pounds on my old total. Raised squat match to 370, bench 275, and deadlifts to 452. So that's a victory. That's a win, and the total is now 1102.5. So it was a success, considering that I was originally just going to go into this meet 275, not worrying about records, just going to practice. Hindsight, that might have been a good idea, but that's not the way it worked out. I made 5 pulls, set 4 records. Okay. That's not a bad day's work. So now we're getting ready for the meet that I've really been waiting for. And I've changed some things again, and I really like what's going on. This is much better what's happening now. We're getting strong. We're getting a lot stronger and a lot fast. So I'm really looking forward to this next meet. It will be a drug-tested meet, so I can grab those 4 records as well at 242. And after this meet, we're going to be looking to drop to 220, which is scary. But next meet is February 27th. Same exact place. All my first 3 meets are all going to end up at the first place, at the same place. So that's the plan.